Hello, so we are back, and this time we have a nice laptop to repair. A gaming laptop, huh? Acer Nitro 5. Now, this is the customer letter. His son was gaming on the laptop and no longer powers up. He was worried about telling to the parents, and he took it to a local repair shop. They could not find the fault, and the customer sent the laptop here. Acer Nitro 5. 11 gen CPU and RTX 3060. I mean, this even now it's quite a good gaming laptop. Now you know how we are treating the gaming laptop, so we are not plugging the power. Yeah, let's open the laptop and have a look inside. Huh? I mean, we have to figure it out, which is the original fault and what kind of work was carried inside. Okay, and the laptop, it's open. Yeah, that's a classic Acer Nitro 5 motherboard. The battery is still connected, so I'll disconnect the battery. Yeah, that's the new one. You remember we had one like this before, and I was like, okay, first MOSFET, but the second is not here. So actually, there are two input MOSFETs on the both sides of the motherboard. Then you have the second MOSFET on the other side of the board. Perfect. We can check the main power rail on those capacitors. Let's check the main power rail. So the main power rail has 7 ohms. That's bad. 7 ohms. Cannot be the CPU, right? Because it's kind of high, 7 ohms. Cannot be the GPU because should be like under under 1 ohm. So most likely can be the VRAM power supplies, right? Or even worse, can be the chipset power supply. But let's have a look. Chipset. Not sure if that's the chipset one. Huh? All good. 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 Strange. Let's take the heatsink out and let's have a look for our problem. But clearly this is bad. I mean, proper bad. Okay, so we took out the heatsink. Good. Now, thermal camera. Let's come with low voltage. About 0.9. Good. But the resistance is kind of high. But we should see the short, even with 0.9 volts. So the current which is taken is 1.4 amps. Good. 1.5. CPU or GPU? Just say it. Or VRAM? Yeah, VRAM. Check there. You can see the VRAM? Yeah, the VRAM is getting hot. So the VRAM MOSFET got shorted. You can see the VRAM? Yeah. The VRAM should be around 20, a little bit over 20 ohms on this model. It's bad, but we can still disable the GPU, and the customer can still use the laptop on the Intel graphics. Let's try to find out which MOSFET is shorted actually. You can see which MOSFET is shorted. It's one from the right side. You can see it? Yeah, it's getting hot. Okay, let's remove that MOSFET. So this one is shorted. Actually, I can remove this inductor from there. But I just want to leave one MOSFET to see what will happen. And the MOSFET is out. Good, so the short is gone. Let's see. And we have no short on the main power rail, which is good. Now let me put back the heatsink. So So the heatsink is on place. Pressing the power button is not shutting down. It is shutting down. It's coming on. Lol, it's coming on. That means the BIOS was resetted before. Come on. Nah, you know what? Probably the GPU is dead. I mean, even if the GPU is dead, why is not starting on the Intel graphics? I should try to reset the BIOS myself. But it's acting like a good laptop. I mean, the current is changing how it's supposed to do. Why we have no picture? We have picture. That's crazy. And it's loading the Windows. Lol. So actually it's working. I mean, I'm not that excited. We still have a VRAM issue. We have there like 7 ohms on the VRAM power supply. And we have the background picture. We have picture. That's important. Yeah. Let me try to get the customer login details so we can check if the GPU and the VRAM is fine. If the GPU and VRAM is fine, then we can replace that MOSFET. But usually when you have a shorted power supply, so you have to understand shorted MOSFET means the VRAM, instead of 1.2 volts, the VRAM took 19 volts. Now, like how I said many times, people, when they hear short, means short to ground, but it's also short with the inputs, with the outputs. So most likely the GPU also took 19 volts. So I will get the login details. I'm gonna check if the GPU and VRAM is fine. Then we can replace that MOSFET. I mean, it's not an issue. The VRAM, it will work fine with only one MOSFET, but it's a lot of pressure on that MOSFET and can die over the time. So see you soon. Yeah. Also, let me ask the customer about the charging. Yeah, it's not charging for some reason, but the battery is fine. No, I can see the power supply is flashing. That means something is taking too much current. It's going over 5 amps, and that's not charging. Yeah, this battery cannot take 5 amps, 100%. Yeah. See you soon. Okay, so we're like 2 days later. I got the password from the customer, and NVIDIA has a yellow sign. That means the NVIDIA chip is partial shorted, but still detected. You can see the Windows has stopped the device as reported have problems. Now I gave the customer few options, like one to get the laptop working on the Intel graphics, and for that we have to disable the NVIDIA chip and the VRAM. I gave him the option, to don't have to pay anything, just get the laptop unfixed. And also I gave him the option to get with the NVIDIA chip disabled and the charging circuit repaired. The charging is not working on this laptop. So plug in the battery, plug in the charger, and it's not working, it's not charging. And the battery is good. I mean, I can charge the battery. Let me grab the probe. Let me lower the current. Okay, like 2 amps. So we have 19 volts. The laptop is not charging, but if I want to charge the battery, you see the battery is taking current. I'm charging the battery right now with 2 amps, and the voltage is like 16 volts. So we have to fix the charging circuit. And And the customer can still use the laptop for a while. I mean, like a normal laptop, like, office work, web browsing, live games. Yeah. Now, regarding replacing the GPU and the VRAM, first, the NVIDIA is not selling GPUs, so we cannot buy one. Whatever GPU you see for sale on AliExpress or maybe eBay are actually recovered from faulty boards. And you'll ask, sorry, okay, but there are so many for sales. Why you don't buy? Because you have like the customer, the buyer protection, yeah. So if it's not working, you can send it back. And you're right. You buy from eBay or AliExpress. I have problems with AliExpress, but anyway, you buy it, it's not good, you send it back, and the seller count on that. So if he's listing 10 GPUs, if A come back, he still sold 2. And the problem is not you are not taking the money back. Probably you'll get the money back for the chip, but to replace that GPU chip, you need at least 1 hour. Probably you'll need more than 1 hour. So that time, the seller, it will not pay for that. So yeah. Not even counting the VRAM chips, because all VRAM chips probably are dead. Remember, that's a power track which is supposed to have like 1.2 volts, like max voltage, and that power track got 19 volts. So whatever was on that power rail is dead. Good. Now, let me take the board out because I cannot see the BQ chip here. Let's diagnose the charging circuit. And also let's disable the GPU and the VRAM. Or let's disable the GPU and VRAM first, yeah? Yeah, let's do it. So in order to disable the VRAM and the GPU, we have to remove the MOSFETs, yeah? Not the coils, the MOSFETs. Now that's the VRAM one. And those are from the GPU. All good. Let's test it one more time so we have no DRMOS here and no MOSFET here. Okay, plug in the charger. Pressing the power button. So now all what we have there is the Intel UHD graphics. Good, perfect. Now let's focus on the charging circuit, and for that I will take the board out. Let's test one more time. Plug in the charger, and no, it's not working. Yeah, let me take the board out. And the board is out. Good. We have here 2 MOSFETs. Let's check those MOSFETs. So the first MOSFET is on the parallel mode with the other one from the other side. And it's good. Good. And the second MOSFET is good. It's not short. Now the BQ chip is this one. And we have 2 MOSFETs, and the coil probably is on the other side. So those are the MOSFETs, they are charging the battery, and this is the MOSFET which is bringing the battery current back to the main power rail. So let's check those. This one is good. Good. And this one is good. Good. And the comeback MOSFET, good. Good. So the MOSFETs are good. On this point, I'm assuming we have a faulty BQ chip, or this double diode is good, or actually the battery is not speaking with my AC chip. But we can check that. You know what? We can check that. I will plug the board back and I will start on Windows to see if the battery is detected or not. Yeah, I can do that. So on the battery, show me charging, but actually it's not charging. So if I power off the laptop is off and it's taking nearly no current. But the battery is detected, that means we don't have a data line issue. we have a charging circuit problem. Okay, so we will be replacing the BQ chip, the power management chip. And the chip is out. Chip position, okay. 24781. Good, so we have another BQ chip. What I will do, I'll heat up the chip and dip the chip inside of the rosin. Just a little bit of flux. Perfect, and the chip is soldered properly on place. Now let's cool down the motherboard. Good. Now let's test it. So plug in the battery. Plug in the charger. And the laptop is taking nothing. Main power rail is not present. First MOSFET voltage, 19.5. Well, I'm assuming that BQ chip is not good. No. What is this? Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Check that. 24780. But should be perfectly compatible. Let's solder the chip. Perfect. So the chip, it is soldered in place. Cooling down the board. Good. Let's plug the battery. Battery is plugged in. Plug in the charger. And it's taking 10 milliamps. 20 milliamps? 2.2 amps. So the customer BQ chip, it was that. Now the laptop is charging fine. The voltage on the battery, we can check that. We can check that. We have 15.8 and the voltage is going up. Check that. You can see the voltage is going up. That's mean the battery is charging. Good. Now let me put all back together. Okay, the laptop is all back together. We have like around 3 amps. The battery is charging. The laptop is working fine. I believe it's all done. And even if the customer it will get like a working laptop, is still feeling bad. I mean, we're on 2024. We can get a lot of things, but not actually. We cannot buy a chip. Probably I can find a kidney, but not a brand new NVIDIA chip. Okay, so one more time, replacing big chips. It's quite fun. We done it on on a video, we replace the chipset with hot air. Quite fun. But finding a good chip, that's a problem because you cannot buy a brand new chip. You can buy only chips which they were taken out from the motherboards, faulty motherboards. So I'm going to stop here. I would say thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you like the video, and see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, if you find my content being helpful, don't forget you can support this channel by pressing the join button, and you can get instantly access to our members only cool collection and Discord private channels for support with your repairs. Also, you can have a look on our United Kingdom eBay, where you can find some cool and unique products, United States eBay store, or our Patreon page. Thank you.